Here are today's starting lineups. First, for FC Dallas, number 0, Jordan Gunnarsson. Number 4, Jackson Clark. Number 8, Paige Dixon. Number 10, Jaden Shaw. Number 11, Ashlyn Mills. Number 12, Reagan Scherer. Number 13, Cassie Clifton. Number 14, Morgan Eichelbarner. Number 15, Grania O'Casey. Number 16, Riley Baker. And number 29, Avril Bacam. FC Dallas is coached by Matt Grubb. And now for San Diego Surf. Number 1, Bella Grust. Number 2, Gabriella Grust. Number 5, Avery Nicholas. Number 8, Tyla Ochoa. Number 9, Camille Ham. Number 10, Dory Savage. Number 13, Hillary Schroeder. Number 14, Aba Dunbar. Number 18, Bella Peaty. Number 21, Sadie Dunphy. Number 25, Carolina Nelson. San Diego Surf is coached by Paul Dolinsky. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
It's semifinal number 2 at the girls U-15 U.S. Soccer Development Academy Championships. The winner between FC Dallas and San Diego Surf will move on to Wednesday's final, where they will face off against Legends FC. Mark Serber, happy to be with you here from Swope Soccer Village. It's a hot day in Kansas City, Missouri, but perfect conditions on the ground for this one, as FC Dallas comes in the number 2 seed overall, winning the Frontier Division with a record of 21-2-7. And then they barged through Group E with 3 wins, 6 goals for, 2 goals against, and made their way in the semifinals, a 2-0 win over SC Del Sol. That lady right there has been a big part of this FC Dallas side. Jaden Shaw, just 13 years of age, but already has 12 goals in 26 appearances this season. Scored a stunner from about 45 yards out in the spring showcase back in North Carolina in April. Well, this San Diego Surf side comes in the number 22 seed, finished 4th in a very tough Southwest Division, going 27-8, and then got the first wild card spot, made their way through Group C with a record of 3-0, 8 goals for, 2 goals against, and then defeated a very highly rated San Jose Earthquake side 2-1 in the quarterfinals to make their way into these semifinals here today. In their final group match game against Top Hat, they were expected to lose. In their quarterfinal match against the San Jose Earthquakes, they were expected to lose, but the San Diego Surf have come out on top this is a team that just refuses to go away, and they do it in style. It's FC Dallas and the Surf breaking out of their huddles. This should be a good one. Two teams who are on the charge. This FC Dallas side has not lost since March 24th, 10-0-4 in that time on a 14-game unbeaten run. Well, for Bella Gruss' side, the keeper and her squad are 7-0-2 in their last 9 games, winning all 4 games in the playoffs. Somebody has to lose today, and there will be extra time if needed. Just waiting for the whistle of our match referee, Majid Korik out of Florida. And we are underway. One of these teams, 80 minutes plus extra time if necessary, away from the finals, as we are looking to crown the first ever U-15 champion in the Girls U.S. Soccer Development Academy. It is FC Dallas with white shirts and blue shorts. It's the San Diego Surf with blue shirts and black shorts. And it's FC Dallas looking to possess in the early going. It's a team that won the national title last year in their last league before making their way into the inaugural season in the Development Academy, looking to repeat the trick here in the first ever season in the Girls U.S. Soccer Development Academy. Flying the other way is Schroeder into the corner, where she is met by Clifton and is cleared out of bounds. Good defending from Cassie Clifton. Has been with FC Dallas since 2006. Started her career as a forward, but has since been converted to left back. It's cleared away at the top of the box. Nicholas, such a good player, never gives up on the ball, and then once she's on it is so skillful as she launches this cross for Schroeder to chase on the far side. This one in, just misses Savage. Nicholas arriving just a split second too late, and she'll have to spin back with it. Now she pumps another one in the box, and it falls for Petey, and her shot going wide. Isabella Petey, a girls national team pool player, missed the playoffs but is back for these semifinals. She almost made her mark instantly, but it remains 0-0 in the second minute of what will be 40-minute halves that are played at the U-15 level. And it's good defending. Ochoa. Forward only as far as Clark. And this is the danger woman, Shaw. Shaw, just 13 years of age, as we said. Already spoke about her goal-scoring record. She also has scored for the 18-19s, as this ball came in from Nicholas, and it led to that opportunity. Baker chasing, punked away from her. Shaw, she'll leave it off, and it's punched out wide for Shaw from Dixon. It's a good job from Gruss to come over and win it. That one too far for Schroeder, as Bacam gets it forward for Dixon. Played it behind Shaw, and it's swept clear. Savage doing the chasing against the back line. And this is Bacam. Tried to thread it through for Clark, but it's intercepted by Nicholas. Nelson plays it forward. Won by Petey, but taken off her foot by FC Dallas. It's been a good pace in these first 3 minutes. This wasn't a bad idea. It played in from O'Casey, but it's cleared away from Shaw. Now going the other way is Nelson. Nicholas. They do well to deal with the high pressure, but it's one back. And this is Eichel Barner. Skips past Dunphy. Plays over to the far side. The shot charged down. It hit off of Ham's hand, and it will be a free kick right at the top of the box. And it's going to be a yellow card for Ham as well. And Ham is perplexed. Well, it was a handball, but I don't think it was intentional. Nevertheless, Mujid Korik produces an early yellow card. Well, that is definitely harsh on Ham. Goes into the book just 4 minutes in, and now a very dangerous opportunity for this potent FC Dallas side that has scored 84 goals in 34 games this season. Number 85 would give them the lead in the semifinals. Referee marking off 10 yards. Magic spray out as well. It's McCam and Shaw who are over it. And it's Jaden Shaw. Floats over the crossbar. Danger averted for the San Diego Surf. This was a great ball threaded through from O'Casey that led to that opportunity. And then Shaw stepping up, got it over the wall, but it couldn't get it to dip back down. Dunphy gets it over to Dunbar. Far side, looking for Schroeder, but it rolls out of bounds. The last two games for the San Diego Surf were 2-1 wins over Top Hat on the final match day of the playoffs in Group C, and then the 2-1 quarterfinal win over the San Jose Quakes. Nicholas and Shaw scored in both of those games. Nicholas and Savage, I should say. Shouts for a handball on Shaw, fall on deaf ears. Space for Bacam. She'll take it, picks her head up, gets it inside for Dixon. Behind Shaw, but falls for Baker. Baker steps into one and scores! That's what it means to score in a semifinal, and FC Dallas have the early lead. Grust was frozen to her line as Riley Baker sweetly strikes her 8th goal this season into the corner. The Flower Mound, Texas native, took it across the defender and buries it in the corner. And FC Dallas are off and running here. 1-0, just 7 minutes in. This is out wide for Clifton. 14-year-old bringing it forward. Has work to do as Ham trying to jump into the attack. Clifton able to sidestep her, but Ham getting in the challenge. Clifton will come away with it and wins the throw-in off of Ham. It's good work from Cassie Clifton in the early going. Good hold-up player from Eichelbarner.
No, we're gonna need Sadie to pick that up occasionally.
This is a Surf side that has come back before. We're down 1-0 against Top Hat before scoring 2 goals to overtake the lead and win that game and make their way into the quarterfinals. As Petey's ball is intercepted. That's great work, and Petey was away. She wanted advantage. You understand with moves like that why she's a member of the girls' national team pool. As Nicholas unable to help it onto Ochoa. And this ball is asking quite a lot of Eichelbarner. Abba Dunbar gets it back to her keeper. Abba Dunbar already committed to Notre Dame. Grust. Schroeder. Clifton's been busy on that far side. She'll have to deal with a throw-in for the San Diego Surf. One of these teams will move on to the final to face off against Legends FC, who won their match 3-0 over the Dallas Texans. If it's the San Diego Surf, those teams tied in the last game of the regular season. Forward for shot of chase. Dunphy steps in. Eichelbarner skips past Dunbar. Puts in the cross. Cleared away by Dunphy. Nicholas. Battling with Clark. Brought down by O'Casey. A good job by Nicholas. She was able to play it off Clark and win the ball. That's the tenacity of Nicholas. Dunbar finds Dunphy. Was over the head of Savage. Won by Nelson, and overtaking is Dixon. Savage wins the free kick in midfield.
The quicker the ball moves, the more they have to check.
Abba, are you okay? Stop letting the ball bounce.
The San Diego Surf getting players forward as they trail 1-0 in the 12th minute.
Tyler, come here. Abba, want the ball.
Hey, move!
Dunbar. Dunphy. Sadie Dunphy zips it in. Ochoa's up from her left back position. Squares up to Clark. Has Nicholas in support, tried to thread it inside. It'll be a throw in for the Surf.
Avery, get forward.
GG Gross plays it in, wasn't a bad ball. Getting onto it is PD, her shot is charged down. And now it's the goal scorer Baker, trying to provide some relief for the FC Dallas defense as she goes the other way. Gets it in the middle for O'Casey, who's done a great job to come into the interior. Bacam, one back by Petey. Into the pocket for Nicholas. Shimmies away from O'Casey. And forward for Savage. Little touch off for Nicholas. And O'Casey does a good job not to let her blow by. Ochoa being instructed by Petey to move the ball from side to side. And that's exactly what Dunbar does. Gorgeous ball sprayed out to that far side for Ham. This is Camille Ham. She's closed down by Dixon. Great work from the Flower Mound, Texas native.
Dory, tuck in. Good. Tyler, come on. Tyler, come on. Back to her, back to her, back to her. All right, good. Abba, this side, love. Let the ball work. Camille. Knock it, right? Knock the ball. Stop, yeah. Stop, yeah.
Surf possessing the ball in the back, looking to build out.
Take her away.
Find Tyler overhead. Baby, turn.
Now trying to go forward. But Cam gets it back.
Tight, tight.
This is O'Casey.
Go T, go T, go T. Avery here, Avery here.
Granio O'Casey gets it back to Clark. Her effort is blocked by Ochoa. Gets it at the second time of asking for Eichelbarner. And her avenue was closed down by Dunbar. Shaw overtakes. Good 1-2 with Eichelbarner. Shaw trying to go at it alone. Last touch a bit too heavy, and it rolls all the way through for Bella Grust. Player who has been with the U-15 national team. Grust has U-15 national team coach Tracy Kevins in attendance. This is one back by Shaw. 13-year-old coming forward, has a strike, and it rolls wide of the near post. Good effort though from Shaw. So good at picking the ball up in those spots, running at the defense. If she can't get behind him, she'll use him as a screen on the shot.
See what happens. Right?
And here's another look at that effort from Shaw. Did so well to get inside, create that space for herself. Could see she was trying to pick out the post, but just dragged her shot too wide in the end. It's Clifton unable to keep it in. Ham has a long throw. You could see that by the positioning of the players all at the box, but instead she's going to go back with it. Picked off by Iko Barner. And Ochoa able to get back. But Iko Barner able to touch it on for Shaw. Tried to play it through. Dunbar rescued the situation. That's a great turn from Petey. Off for Nelson. Nelson over the top for Schroeder to chase. That's her opposite number who gets there first, and Clifton. Ham sends it right back in. Clifton heads away. Ham scoops it up over the top for Savage. One back by Clark. Play behind Shaw. This is Dunbar. She'll leave it off for Dunphy. It's the San Diego Surf. Will hit the reset button in the 17th minute. Just about 3.5 minutes away from the water break on what is a hot day here at the Swope Soccer Village. Be the midway point of this first half. Schroeder unable to cut it past Clifton, but it will be a throw-in for the Surf. And the throw comes back once again. Time for Dunphy to pick out a ball into the box. She hoisted in, is looking for Nicholas. Clark gets there and heads it. The keeper did a good job to get there in time to get it out for a throw-in rather than a corner kick. That's excellent work from Jordan Gunnarsson. So that was a lovely ball played into the danger area. Clark's header went the wrong way. An excellent hustle from Gunnarsson. Make sure that it's a throw-in rather than a corner. Gunnarsson described by her head coach Matt Grubb as a rock in the goal. Also has the smarts to come out of it when she needs to. GG Gruss tried to get it in. Savage at the top of the box. She has a go. That's blocked and swept clear by Mills. Dunphy. Ham didn't have the elevation to reach the danger area. O'Casey. That's a lovely move from O'Casey. Nelson gets back to make the intervention. Dunbar gets it out for Ochoa. Good ball into the pocket for Savage. She tried to let it run, but only Scherer was there.
Check their line.
This is a good run from Petey. She has a go, and it will roll into Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson taking all 6 seconds. Drives it forward. Loose touch off of Grust. Baker pops that one up in the air. Iko Barner does so well to bring it down. The entry ball from O'Casey played in behind Shaw. So the center backs will regroup for the serve. So we're nearing the halfway point of the opening 40 minutes. Ochoa steps inside O'Casey. They're trying to smuggle it through. The FC Dallas defense doing a very good job to squeeze it in the middle and win it back. Now Clifton venturing into the attack. That's wrestled away from her, and that will be the last action before the water break. FC Dallas have a 1-0 lead off the boot of Riley Baker. That strike coming back in the 6th minute. The chance for both of these sides to catch their breath. What is a hot day here at the Swope Soccer Village. Temperature 94 degrees at this water break. You can see the players getting towels that have been drenched in ice. Put it over the neck. It's a point that will cool your whole body. San Diego Surf players down 1-0, but they've shown some good endeavor going forward. FC Dallas with the lead have been very strong. Take a look at the goal back in the 6th minute. It's Dixon. Good ball back into the center for Baker. Did well to elude her marker and send it across the face of goal into the corner. It's just a little drop of the hips one way, and then the touch with her right foot to move it over to the left as the defender went to her left. And then she absolutely buried it. Absolutely nothing Bella Grust and the San Diego Surf goal could do. And FC Dallas, who have lost just 2 games all season, right now have their noses in front at this water break. Surf have been good in their reply so far. Still have yet to find anything to really challenge Jordan Gunnarsson in the FC Dallas goal.
They're moving off and they're trying to get at it. He gets on the ball, dribbling forward, nobody's moving. You know and understand what needs to be done in order to be successful, and for whatever reason, you're not applying. Get over the nerves.
So we're just over.
Get over the heat. Just go play.
Yeah, we stopped at
Do what you've done all season long. And if you make a mistake doing what you've done all season long, who cares?
Paul Dolinsky very animated, trying to rile his side as they're down 1-0. It's a bit more relaxed over on the FC Dallas bench. You can see Dixon getting some instruction. Paige Dixon had the assist on the goal by Riley Baker. As the players getting ready to make their way back out onto the pitch here at Swope Soccer Village. Winner will make their way into Wednesday's final, where they will take on Legends FC, who won the first semifinal 3-0 over the Dallas Texans. FC Dallas back out. Final instructions for Schroeder. Hillary Schroeder out of Escondido, California, is committed to Oregon. Had 2 goals back on match day 2 of the group stage in the 3-0 win over FC Stars. 15 goals on the season for Hillary Schroeder, the number 13 in black and blue. Tyler Ochoa has done an excellent job getting forward on the near side. He's had to deal with Eichel Barner, who's a handful going forward for FC Dallas. Caroline Nelson, San Diego native, looking on as we will get back underway via the throw-in for FC Dallas. A good job by the referee to use the full 3 minutes of that water break. So now we get set for the second half of this first half. Baker. Forward for Eichelbarner. First touch takes her out wide. Dunphy draped all over her, and Dunphy does well. Will be a throw in for FC Dallas. This is Jaden Shaw. Pumped into the middle. There's no one lurking in a white jersey. So it's the blue and black of the San Diego Surf to go the other way in the 26th minute. And they're going to hold it and look to build out of the back. They do well, this Surf side, of recognizing when the counterattack is on and they can be direct, and when it's not on. And they can build out of the back and try and break the lines. So there's Paul Dolinsky, who just walked out of your picture, the head coach for the San Diego Surf side. Played as a teenager with Holland, arriving to Holland to play for Heerenveen on his 16th birthday. Also spent time with the Chicago Fire. Has led Surf teams to national titles in 2014 and 2017, Dolinsky. Looking to lead his side to the national title game in the first ever season of the Girls U.S. Soccer Development Academy.
She's got to get off and create an angle so we can play forward out of that.
Clifton coming up to take this throw in. Shaw was bumped off the ball. Illegally, says the referee, so it'll be a free kick for FC Dallas. So we're in the 27th minute. Shaw's gonna take this. 5 players up at the top of the box for FC Dallas. Shaw will look to most likely play this one to the penalty spot. Want to put it in deep enough for the goalkeeper has to make a decision, but not too deep that they can come off their line and catch it like that. Gruss looking for the early outlet. It bounces just over Dory Savage, and it's smashed away by Shearer. Ochoa gets there before O'Casey. Nicholas, good shielding from her. Plays it for Schroeder. Waiting for the overlapping run from Gigi Grust. Puts it into her path. Grust in a foot race with Dixon. Savage checks in, Grust is able to find her. Savage spins at the top of the box, and her effort wide of goal, but that's much better from the San Diego Surf. Dory Savage, so dangerous on the turn. U-15 girls national team player Dory Savage. Has had goals in each of her last 3 games. Nicholas, been so impressed with her throughout the playoffs. Nicholas gets dispossessed on this occasion. A great job from Petey to come over and make the block. FC Dallas able to get it away at the second time of asking. They're closed down by Ochoa though. Nelson. And shutting the door was Dixon. Baker gets it back for Clifton. Rolled into the space. It's a long way for Shaw to come. And sent the other way for Savage. Savage turns Mills. This is Savage, and the block is made by Shearer. Jaden Shaw. Clifton in support. And thumped out of bounds. Thrown for the San Diego Surf on the half-hour mark at the Swope Soccer Village. So here's that effort from Shaw. Got by the center back Mills, but couldn't get by the other center back and Shearer, who did so well to come over and cover on that play. This back line for Matt Grubb really know how to shift and help. Balance and support, as it's called when you're teaching it.
Good girl. That's better.
Dunphy over the top. It's a good ball for Schroeder. It's an acrobatic good clearance from Clark. Into the final 10 minutes of the first half, plus stoppage time. Casey intercepts. Look at Ochoa getting back. Eichelberner keeps it. And Nelson read the pass. Nicholas tried to help it on. Well, they wanted a handball. They're not going to get it. But it does come back to them. That is a great first touch and turn from Dunbar to get it over to Dunphy. It's something that's so simple, but not enough players do. She knew that she wanted that ball to go to Dunphy, so her first touch was to just cut it back into that space so that her second touch could be that pass for Dunphy. It's simple things like that that coaches love. It's this one in for Savage. Touch let her down as she tried to control it in the box.
Stay high, Carolina. Stay high, Carolina.
Quick punt from Gunnarsson. Casey steps in strong. Sent right back the other way. Nelson picks up the loose pass. Left off for Petey. Lovely cut to elude the pressure. That cut took out two players. Nicholas clips it in for Schroeder at the top of the box. It falls for Savage, but the offside flag is up. Good look at the assistant referee on the far side, Matthew Seam out of Nebraska. Grust.
Tight.
Eichelbarner. Nelson can't pick out Savage. Savage able to get there before Mills. Savage works her way into the box, stops on the edge, and coming over to help out was Clark. Shaw slides it into the feet of Eichelbarner. Back for Shaw. There's a player making a run down the far side. It's a beautiful ball into the feet of Baker. Flag stays down. Baker off the crossbar. So close to her second. What a counterattack that was from FC Dallas. The San Diego Surf have the relief of the crossbar. It was a great delayed run in from Baker, and she struck it well. That crossbar still shaking. As Baker ripped it. Thunderous drive. The crossbar coming to Grust's rescue. There's a free kick in the center circle for FC Dallas. Leave it off from Mills to take as Shaw will get into the attack. Mills drives it in. Was looking for Shaw. Cut out before it reached her. Nicholas. Ochoa. Good move from Nicholas, but O'Casey was wise to it. Stepping in with authority was Shearer. This is Shaw. That's a wonderful run along that back line from Eichelbarner. This is Eichelbarner again. Clearance right to the feet of Baker. She's in a confident mood, Baker. She's looking to take on Tyler Ochoa. Skips past her. Slams it across goal, but no one's there. As it's swept away. This is Baker again. In for O'Casey. Baker's first time service. It's not quite how she planned it out. That's a great move, but unable to keep it in on the near side is Nicholas.
Hey, it's because I'm gonna have no passing option. We win the ball, we have to expand. Stay higher, move more side to side.
Baker. Shaw. Shaw has a go.
Bella, there's no numbers. Put it down, play.
Gruss being told by Paul Dolinsky to put the ball down and play because there were no numbers to go forward.
Right? Yeah, here's the gap.
And that ball from Dunphy zipped out too far in front of Ochoa. So it'll be a throw-in. Let's look at Paul Dolinsky.
Right idea.
Up at the edge of his technical area. Doesn't feel his side are doing enough at the moment.
Down, Avery, go away, please, go, higher. Cut, Camille, go away.
Dunphy gets it over for Dunbar. Too far for Ham on the far side. Inside the final 4 minutes of the opening 40. Expect there to be at least 3 minutes of stoppage time, so that's how long the water break was. Ochoa venturing forward. Skips past Baker, but closed down by two FC Dallas defenders in O'Casey and Clark.
Camille, wire.
That was a great ball from Ham to reach Schroeder. And that's stellar one-on-one defending from Clifton. O'Casey. Unable to escape the attention of Petey, but that one's called for a foul. San Diego bench couldn't believe it. Bella Grust. Dunphy will come forward. Trying to stake Shaw. Battle of two national team players. This is Shaw. Gets it over Dunphy this time. He's looking for the run of Baker and smartly headed back to the keeper from Ochoa. And now Ochoa's down. So the referee coming over to check on Ochoa. And the trainer coming out too. A chance for both teams to get water. It's a very hot day. Ochoa made a long run back to make sure that Baker couldn't steal in for her second. And it remains 1-0 on the verge of halftime. It's good to see that the players are able to stay hydrated and stay cool. Even Matt Grubb is out passing drinks to his players.
Hill. Can I run sometimes the open? Yeah, you guys can get it. We need no more.
Grust is so good at helping the San Diego Surf to build out of the back. So Ochoa being checked on. You can see Petey right at the top left of your screen giving instructions to her players. Correction, it's Dunbar rather. Dunbar, a U-15 national team player. The good news is that Ochoa's up. She's being helped off the field. I hope that Ochoa's okay. So they're preparing a sub for Ochoa. So Ochoa, whose last order of business was to make an excellent run back and head it back to her keeper before Baker could get in. She'll have to come out because of the injury. Just waiting to see who will replace her. And it's going to be Chloe Green to come in. Green up from the 04s. Will make her 8th appearance at the U-15 level. So Chloe Green comes in. Now things are going to shift around as Green will head to the right side of the front three, which means that Schroeder will switch over to right back, and over to left back comes Ham. So there will be 7 minutes of stoppage time. 2 of those have already elapsed. First ball from Schroeder too far for Green. Green has a goal in these playoffs, that coming on match day 1 in the 3-1 victory over the Michigan Hawks. Dunbar slides it in for Green. First touch of the game is a good one. Shaw's header, she was bumped by Dunphy, and this is Dunbar. One back by Nicholas. Avery Nicholas steps on the ball. Cross is blocked by Clark. Back for Ham. She hoists one in. It's a dangerous ball in, and it's well dealt with. This time the foul will be called on Eichelbarner. So Gigi Grust will come over to take this one. Here's a look at that cross coming in from Ham. So it was well headed away by Reagan Shearer.
Get your 10, see what's happening. Hillary, start in the middle here. Right, hey, out here, you and Avery crisscross, right? Get your 10 yards, Petey.
Everybody bunching up right around the back top corner of the 18. Now looking to make their way in. It's a lovely ball floated in, gets the back header, but it skips into the arms of the keeper. Now Gunnarsson looking for the early outlet. Brought down by Dunbar. Over for Dunphy. Schroeder coming forward. Played it behind Petey, and Shaw is there.
Come on, Carolina!
Baker into the path of Shaw. Coming over to cut her off is Dunbar. Leaves it off for Schroeder.
Carolina, do the work
Inside for Petey.
Stop walking!
And that's tremendous defending from McCam.
Carolina!
And it went out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in for FC Dallas. We're into the final 2 minutes, the minimum 7 of stoppage time. As this ball sent in, and getting the header on it was Ham. Just nobody in behind her, and it skipped into the arms of Gunnarsson. Did well to get it. Great positioning by Gunnarsson coming off her line to make sure that nobody else could get to that second ball.
Good, Avery. Good, Carolina! That's better!
Loose touch from O'Casey. Petey was looking for Green to make the run into the gap, and Shearer will guide it back to her keeper. Green continues to apply pressure, but that is gorgeous distribution from Jordan Gunnarsson. Over the top for Shaw. Still she goes. This is going to be a corner kick.
Hey, we gotta defend it!
It gets a big cheer from the FC Dallas fans in attendance. First corner kick of the game for either side, and it comes deep into first half stoppage time.
Take Hillary's spot! Hillary, put Chloe where she needs to be!
Can FC Dallas pad their lead before the break?
Camille, put Hillary where she needs to be! Chloe!
6 FC Dallas players in the box. 1 on the keeper, another at the far post, and 4 more crashing the 6. And it's the header, and it's cleared off the line by Avery Nicholas.
Gotta attack the ball, Lou!
Well, there's your answer to why you put players on the post. Great corner from Shaw. It was Mills who got up and got the header,
In the middle! In the middle!
and Nicholas cleared it to safety.
Gigi, Carolina! You're too close!
This one will be an in-swinger from the near side.
See the runners!
This one toward the penalty spot. O'Casey has a hit. That one's saved.
Chloe!
And then it goes off of Clark and out of bounds. That should be the last action of this first half. Well, perhaps there's time for one more go forward for the San Diego Surf. Grust. One 0 FC Dallas leads at the break. The goal coming back in the 6th minute off the boot of Riley Baker. And they're in the driver's seat at halftime. We're going to step aside, but we'll be back with you for the second half right here on USSoccerDA.com.
So we're here at Lone Star this weekend for the first ever biobanded initiative in the US, where we're grouping players based on a biobanded group instead of their normal chronological age group.
Generally speaking, when you look at maturation, it's pretty simple. You can do it with your eyes and see that someone has matured faster than someone else has. But there's actually scientific research that helps us learn where players are at from the percentage of their full maturation.
We know through research that players can differ in ages from 2 to 3 years, even though if they're born in the same year. And so biobanding is finally a scientific answer to group these players based on their individual growth trajectories and growth and maturation status.
This is a bit of an alternative to the regular age group competitions. With these types of competitions, what we do is we mix things up. We take away that physical advantage for the early developer. They have to play a technical and tactical game and develop many of the skills that the late developer gets. On the flip side, the late developers, they get an opportunity to command the game for once. So this gives them an opportunity actually to show their true ability and for coaches to see them in a slightly different context.
In our younger ages, we've got a lot of late developers. Like the physical challenges for our players in our conference, which is very strong, are insurmountable in some games just because of the physical nature. So this intrigued us because we have good players, we have good younger players, and providing them another opportunity or another avenue to see what they can really do in this environment.
For the 2017-18 Academy season, the Development Academy Leadership and Technical Group decided that we would institute a policy for late maturing players, where the clubs can select 2 players per age group at U-16 that can play down with U-15 and 2 players at U-15 that can play down with U-14 during the season.
It's really important to note this isn't replacing anything. This isn't replacing the chronological age. This is a hybrid method of developing players. Alongside the normal chronological age groups, you can also do biobanding in training and in games.
The Academy philosophy is about moving players up when they're ready. We also thought that moving players down might be an opportunity for those players who aren't as physically matured to be able to have success at a younger age group. At US Soccer, we talk about developing players, coaches, and referees, and biobanding is just one more initiative that we can use to make sure that all players have an opportunity, all players have a pathway.
It's just like in school, it's not the same for everyone, right? And everybody's getting the same message, but you have students that get C's and B's and some are getting A's. So I think this allows us to take a step back, look at the pathway and change it a little bit.
Our job at US Soccer is to provide an environment where every player can reach their optimal potential. So this is about ensuring that no matter when you're born, no matter the status of your maturity, that you have the ultimate ability to thrive playing soccer.
In building the Girls Development Academy, this is another one of the milestone moments as we look at the trajectory of the program for years to come.
The Girls Development Academy Winter Showcase is the first ever event US Soccer puts on for our clubs. You only have one chance to make a first impression, and it's very important for girls to see what the next level looks like, where all eyes are on you. Over 300 college coaches were here, over 40 US Soccer scouts were here. It's a great event where girls can showcase their skills, their talents in front of a lot of eyes.
The showcase has been great so far. It's awesome to get all of these talented girls in one place at the same time and be able to compete against the top players in the country. I think it's a huge step forward for women's soccer in this country and just women's soccer in general to have this opportunity here this weekend.
We announced the launch of the Girls Development Academy almost 2 years ago, and in that process, we've talked with a lot of people that have worked in the game for many years. And with those leaders and our staff, we've been able to shape what we think will be the right platform for girls to continue to develop in our country.
I think it's really important to have this showcase. It gives us a really clear view of the entire level from a holistic view within the US. And I think it's only the beginning of something really fantastic. It's a starting point, and from this starting point we can only grow. It will benefit our national youth teams. It will benefit our national team. The future looks bright.
To be able to play at a winter showcase where there's also the U20 women's national team playing is a great opportunity for our clubs and our players to see what that next level look like.
It's just been a great opportunity for us girls to get to watch people that we look up to play at the highest level.
With the integration of the Development Academy and the Nike International Friendlies, the event overall provides the opportunity to see the pathway from their club team to youth national teams and to national teams.
That ensures that there's a quality player pool for the future of our women's national team.
I never knew when I would play my last game. And then I was told to stop playing to save my future. Concussions are invisible injuries. Awareness starts with taking the pledge. I pledge to be educated on the signs and symptoms of concussions. I pledge to be honest with my coaches, teachers, parents, and teammates. I pledge to be supportive of anyone that gets a concussion. We only have one brain and it needs to last a lifetime.
We took the pledge.
I 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 took the pledge. I took the pledge.
I took the pledge.
We took the pledge.
I took the pledge. I took the pledge.
I took the pledge.
The U.S. Soccer Girls Development Academy is here.
Here.
The next generation of world-class players.
World-class players.
Elite competition.
Pride in your club.
And a place where dreams are made.
This
This
is
the Girls Development Academy.
Ten years ago, we started to put a lot of time and effort in researching what went into development at the world-class level.
U.S. Soccer thought it was important to provide a platform where the best interests of players were put first, before results, before the team, and now you have an environment that allows players day in, day out in their everyday club environments to be able to reach their full potential.
10 years ago, we only had 16s and 18s. We knew in some regard that that was too late to make the right impact, that we needed to go younger, but this was a group we could manage and we could begin to change the culture. Now we have a complete pathway that starts U12 through U19.
10 years later, I would say unequivocally that we have developed a much larger pool of quality. And that's the best thing that I can look at and say, uncategorically, this is really working.
I think the fact that our youth national teams have done well internationally, the fact that our youth national teams have gotten some historically great results this year and have broken some records, I think that's an indication of all the work that's been done behind the scenes, and in particular all the work that's been done in the Development Academy.
We believe very firmly that we won't have world-class players without world-class coaches, and that environment's created at the club level.
The Development Academy is ensuring the future of U.S. Soccer by empowering clubs to be the drivers of world-class player development.
1-0 FC Dallas lead at the half in this U-15 Girls U.S. Soccer Development Academy semifinal. Goal coming in the 6th minute from Riley Bakers. We take a look at the first half highlights. The first chance actually fell to the San Diego Surf as Nicholas would retrieve this ball and put it back in. It was cleared away, and then Petey shot off target. Good job to get to that ball by Petey. And then at the other end, this one would hit off the hand of Ham. She would get a yellow card. Wasn't sure why. Up would step Shaw, but she couldn't get her effort to drop in time. And then the goal would come from Dixon. Good recognition, the top of the box for Baker. Gets the defender to go the other way and smashes it into the corner. Lovely little move at the top of the box and the finish to match for Baker's 8th goal of the season. It would have FC Dallas in the driver's seat, and Shaw was looking to add on to that lead. So good with the ball to defeat Shaw, but couldn't direct her effort on frame. And then how about that for a pass from Shaw? And it was Baker who was in again, this time the shot clattering off the crossbar. And then Shaw's corner kick, and their header came in from the center back Mills, but Nicholas clears it off the line. And that's what keeps it at 1-0. Excellent play from Avery Nicholas to keep the San Diego Surf in this one. So it's 40 minutes down, 40 minutes to go in this semifinal. The winner will move on to Wednesday's final, who will face Legends FC. FC Dallas getting ready to break out of their huddle, as they're the first team back out onto the field. FC Dallas has now scored 85 goals in 35 games this season. The San Diego Surf still very much in this one as they come onto the field for the second half. And we do have a change at halftime to tell you about. As coming in for the assist lady Dixon is going to be Alana Williams, making her 26th appearance of the season. Joined the DA this year from Liverpool 03 Elites. Very pacey, Alana Williams, and very good with her one versus one defending. So it'll be the San Diego Surf to get us back underway. Petey and Savage, 2 youth national team players on the ball for the San Diego Surf. Can they make it an all-California final, or will it be FC Dallas who move on to face Legends FC on Wednesday? This is Cassie Clifton. Inside for Williams, her first touch of the game. It's the goal scorer, Baker. Has it wrestled away from her by Schroeder. Schroeder steps in again, but it's FC Dallas who maintain possession. And it's inside for Shaw. Takes the space, leaves it off for the run of O'Casey, too far away from her, and Ham will get to it first. Just leave it off for Dunbar, over to Dunphy. Sprayed over the top. That's good defending from Shearer to get it off the feet of Savage. Williams. Loose touch from Michael Barner. Savage gets on the second ball. This is Dory Savage. Skips past the challenge of Shearer. Clips it to the back post. Nicholas is there. Just overran her. Nicholas to put it back in, but it's too close to Gunnarsson. Oh, had Nicholas arrived a second earlier, she would have buried it at the back post. It was a great look from Savage. That touch took her too far out wide for a shot, but she had the presence of mind to clip it to the back post. This is Baker. Her pass picked off in the middle by Nelson. Forward comes Camille Ham. Ham steps inside of O'Casey. She thinks about having one. Cross turned into a shot, was cleared away. Only as far as Grust gets it inside, but Petey's shot rolled into the arms of Gunnarsson. Well, they're giving them those shots at the top of the box, just not hit with enough pace. to worry Gunnarsson in the end. And I love how her punt is right to the head of Baker. It's a good battle between her and Schroeder. And Schroeder wins the throw-in. Dunbar pokes it forward for Nicholas. Operating in the gap. It's played behind Savage, and stepping out is Clifton. Winning it back is Gigi Grust. Savage gets the return ball. Savage wants to have a hit. Didn't have the angle. Rolls wide of Gunnarsson's goal, and will be a goal kick for FC Dallas in the 44th minute. San Diego has done all the attacking in the first 3 minutes of the second half, as they're looking for the equalizer. Williams slid it for Shaw. She threads it through. Eichel Barnert unable to get there before Ham. That's great tracking back. So it'll be a throw-in for Cassie Clifton. Shaw showing her vision today, Jaden Shaw. She did enough to win a corner kick. So Shaw will take it. It was her corner that led to the header from Mills that was cleared off the line at the end of the first half. Can she put in another quality service? Sprayed it. The header, the second goal for FC Dallas. Jace Clark guiding it into the far corner. Beautifully executed. Clark climbed the ladder in perfect direction, as this time Nicholas had left her spot on the back post. Green. That'll be a free kick, as the referee was playing advantage after Green had brought down O'Casey. So it'll be Shearer to take. It's been with FC Dallas since 2011, Reagan Shearer. Petey. Williams takes it off her foot. Jaden Shaw, who has the assist. The leg was extended. It was from behind, but she did get all ball. Free kick for the Surf, quickly played out to Schroeder. Schroeder cuts inside one, but can't get past Williams. There's that 1v1 defending we were talking about from Alana Williams. Can Chloe Green find the goal to get the Surf back in it? Ham can throw these into the box if she wants. She's telling Savage to check away. Now Savage comes to. Ham gets it into her. Grust can't get it by O'Casey. Dunbar's cross will skip all the way through. Hit off an FC Dallas head on the way. First corner kick of the game for the San Diego Surf. Four players crowding the 6 for the San Diego Surf. 2 players behind them getting ready to crash. Petey's corner kick. Keeper comes out, gets a hand to it. Nicholas tried to pop it over. It's a lifeline. It's sumptuous skill from Avery Nicholas, and the San Diego Surf are back in the semifinal. That's why you always have a player standing at the top of the box for cleanup, but rarely will you see skills such as that. A deft touch to lob it over all comers, and the keeper as well into the back of the net. The 13th goal this season for Avery Nicholas, and it is a beauty. The Surf have come back before in these playoffs. Can they do it once again? And now this game has a whole different feel to it. Won by Cassie Clifton. It was a substitution for FC Dallas as Maeve Jones has checked in. As she replaced the goal scorer, Riley Baker. Jones from Highland Park, Illinois, coming in for FC Dallas. Her favorite women's national team player is Alex Morgan. As Petey wins the foul. Free kick from Dunphy, headed away by Clifton. Nicholas pops it back in, and the offside flag is up on Schroeder. Dolinsky can't believe it. At the edge of his technical area, not at all happy with the call. The assistant referee on the near side. Dunphy gets it away. Williams chasing, gets there before Green. Green shows her strength to get back and win it for the Surf. Still going as Williams. Nice move to get away from her. Over the top now for Green and Savage to chase. But Shearer gets there first and will guide it out of bounds. Well, Green not at all happy with the lack of movement. She has to get it back to Schroeder. Unable to get by Jones. And now it's FC Dallas looking to go the other way. They've been pinned back ever since scoring that second goal in the 45th minute. Savage got past Shearer but couldn't get past Clifton. Dunphy rolls it along for Schroeder. Jones gets a foot in.
When she's tight on, you spin out, let the ball get planted behind, no goal. Gigi, go away, Gigi, go away. No, look. Right?
Let's look at Ochoa. Watching from the bench. Hoping her side can find an equalizer. Free kick will go the way of FC Dallas's Eichel Barner's the guilty party. Just a talking to from Quirk for Eichel Barner, explaining the reason he gave the free kick. But Nicholas has done so well for the San Diego Surf. He's gotten them back into this game. Now can she get on the end of this free kick? Lifted into the box. And the flag is up. So it's offside. It's Katrina Wasiak out of New Jersey who lifted for the offside call. 54th minute. Expect to have a water break around the 60th minute. Now the referee is going to stop play right away because of a clash of heads. The trader's going to come out to check on Schroeder. Good refereeing to stop play right away. The first hint of a head injury. She went up with Jones, Schroeder. And you can see just clashed in the back of her head. Been really impressed with Schroeder. Started out as the right forward, and then when Ochoa had to go off, Schroeder came over to the back, plays the outside back position, switching side with Ham, so that they could put in Chloe Green. Good news is that Schroeder looks to be all right. We'll have to probably go through the concussion protocol. Get checked out real quick. If she does need to go through the protocol, they can bring on a sub for her. And then once she's cleared to play, she can come right back in and the sub won't count. In fact, the trainers have deemed that she's all right, so she's going to come back in right away. So the drop ball, the San Diego Surf planning to knock it back to FC Dallas. Sportingly done from the Surf. Schroeder has been waved back on by the referee. Started as the left forward in this game, Schroeder. And when Ochoa got hurt, she came to right back, switching wingbacks with Ham. As Chloe Green went in up top for the injured Ochoa. Shaw trying to play it over the top for Jones. And there is Schroeder. And her keeper calls her off the ball and will smother it. It's good goalkeeping from Bella Grust, who will put it on the floor. Dunbar gets it back to Grust. Over for Dunphy. National team player will get it out wide. Green, the 0-4 on the far side. A great job by Ham coming up, not allowing the clearance. Did go out of bounds, though. Will be a throw-in. So it'll be a throw in for FC Dallas on the far side. To be taken by Jace Clark, who, as things stand, has the game-winning goal for FC Dallas. Her header in the 45th minute off a Jaden Shaw corner kick. It's a fair challenge, and it's Eiko Barner working on her opposite number. Still going Eiko Barner, can't get by Dunphy. Check that, it was Dunbar in the challenge. So thrown for Clark. This is Bacam. Dispossessed. Green keeps it for the Surf. And it'll be a free kick for the Surf. They wanted to play it quickly, but there's an FC Dallas player down just behind.
Get up the field. Hey, get to your starting spot. Get to your starting spot and then rest. Spot and target. Spot and target. Give it to Sadie.
Dunbar gets it to Dunphy. Drives it in. Will roll all the way through for Jordan Gunnarsson. Fort Worth, Texas native wants to boot this downfield. First ball won by Gigi Grust. Nicholas helps it on for Green. Played away from her. Sent right back in. And smashed away by Mills. On the hour mark at the Swope Soccer Village, 2-1 FC Dallas leads. Winner will head to Wednesday's final to face Legends FC. Green gets to the line, looking to pull it back. Gets it in for Savage. Gunnarsson came out bravely. Good goalkeeping from Jordan Gunnarsson. It's a good work from Green. Got the separation she needed for the cross, and it was met by Savage, but she was met by Gunnarsson. And we will have that water break now before the final 20 minutes of this one. It all hangs nicely in the balance at the water break midway through the second half. It's FC Dallas 2, San Diego Surf 1. That's 2-1. It was 1-0 in the first half in favor of FC Dallas, and they extended their lead on this header by Jace Clark. Steered beautifully into the corner. But then It was a corner kick of their own that would get the Surf back into this match as this one came out to Nicholas, and she popped it over everyone beautifully into the net to grab a lifeline for the San Diego Surf side. And they're back in it, and it's all to play for in these final 17+ minutes. We're gonna have some substitutions for the San Diego Surf. It's a double change for Paul Dolinsky's side after this water break. As entering the fray is gonna be Raquel dos Santos and Coco Thistle. The goal scorer, Nicholas, is out. Coco Thistle making her 9th appearance for the U15s. She's up from the U14s where she had 12 goals in 27 appearances at her own age group. Raquel dos Santos makes her 30th appearance of the season. Dory Savage looking to continue her scoring streak, which is 3 games at the moment. Raquel dos Santos has 3 goals this season. Dunbar, over for Dunphy, pops it forward. Jones looking for Shaw. Raquel dos Santos gets it back for Schroeder. Did so well to step into Dunphy's place as she went forward. This is Dunbar. Into this near side for Raquel dos Santos. Tried to head it for Schroeder. Instead, Jones will overtake. Raquel dos Santos pokes it away from her, but it falls to Bacam. Forward for Shaw, and overtaken by Gigi Grust. Casey gets it back to a Cam. Nice little move from Jones to get it off for Williams. Gets it in the center. Inside for Thistle. Shaw took it away from her, but it comes back to Dunbar. Savage, little touch out wide. And poked out of bounds by Clark on the far side. But the Surf can't get more players forward here in the 66th minute. We talked about Ham's ability to throw it long. Hasn't launched it into the box so far in this game, but she's capable of it. She looking to do it on this occasion. There it is, just looking for the flick on. Thistle got ahead to it. Clark hooks it clear. Dunbar, over for Schroeder. Schroeder steps inside. And ran into O'Casey. Every time they win the ball, though, they're clearing it right back to the Surf, though. That one skips over Green. Savage overtakes. And the shot is charged down by Mills. Shears header away. Jaden Shaw chasing. Schroeder gets it forward. And Schroeder wins the free kick for the San Diego Surf. Can the number 22 seed get level with the number 2 seed here in the semifinal?
It's not coming here, right? Gigi, where are you going to get on the ball? Right? Send Coco this way, Raquel this way. Yeah, Coco, Raquel this way. Hey, Brett, they are.
Well, they want 10 yards. Shaw's being told to move back. Driven into the box. It's a good ball. Schroeder in a battle with Jones. Since going down 2-0, the San Diego Surf have put FC Dallas on their heels, have come in wave after wave of attack, have pulled one back as well. But since that 49th minute goal from Nicholas, this FC Dallas defense has held very firm. Now they have a chance to get players forward here via the set piece. Forward from Clifton. Jones, it's all very narrow at the moment. The flanks are wide open. Green wins it back. Schroeder steps in on Jones. Now trying to get inside of Williams, who gets a foot in to poke it away. This is Bacam.
Hey, girl, trust yourself. Hey, Raquel, not up into your belly, foot on the ball, then you can play, right? Hillary, look to pass. Right, make your first dribble, look to pass.
Drilled forward. Savage. Has a runner on the far side, couldn't get it out wide enough. Schroeder. Abba Dunbar. She'll get it back from Petey. Raquel Dos Santos chasing, shielded off by Clifton. Tremendous shielding technique from Clifton. This one skips past Williams, but it will fall to Shaw. Leaves it out wide for Jones. Tries to play it through. It was a great idea, but this will roll into the box. Alessandra Maldonado is getting set to check in for FC Dallas. Getting word that she's going to replace Morgan Eichelberner. And here comes that sub. Eichelberner done an excellent job today. Came into today 5th in goals in DA, the U-15 level. Eichelberner really did a lot of other work so that players like Baker could get on the score sheet themselves. And now comes on Alessandra Maldonado, 14-year-old out of Grand Prairie, Texas. It's good to see her on the field as she's back this spring from an ACL injury. Maldonado has real electric pace. If they can get her into space, she can really open up this back line. And they need her to do a lot of chasing to not allow the back line of the San Diego Surf to just have free balls either into the midfield or to the forward line. And there's the case, no pressure as Dunbar able to send it over and cause some trouble in the box, but out to quell the danger is Gunnarsson. This header over Shaw. Gruss gets it forward for Petey. Schroeder couldn't keep it in, but it took a deflection off of Jones last. Schroeder's throwing. And it was off of Schroeder last. It'll be FC Dallas's ball. Shaw. Williams. Oh, lovely touch from Schroeder off for Petey. Slides it in for Savage. She lets it on. And the referee pulling it back for a free kick when it looked like the breakaway might have been on. I don't think Gunnarsson would have gotten to the ball had the runner not stopped because the referee had blown his whistle. We'll take a look here. This is a gorgeous ball played in from Petey, threaded through. Savage lets it run. And the only reason Thistle doesn't get to it is she hears the whistle and holds up her run. Otherwise, I think she beats Gunnarsson to it. Well, the Surf bench is up in arms, and I think they have a reason to be. Well, drilled in too deep, and it's catching practice for Gunnarsson. Shaw, unable to pop it over Dunbar. Schroeder. Head coach Paul Dolinsky thought that that ball wasn't all the way over the line. Schroeder thought she'd kept it in as well. Clifton's throwing. Green. Schroeder. Gets it into Savage. Pops it out wide for Coco Thistle. Thistle unable to weave her way past O'Casey. Petey now trying to do that. Maldonado gets back to win it for FC Dallas. Petey strips her of the ball. And this is Savage. And Bacam comes over to make the challenge. Thistle at the top of the box. Drives it into Gunnarsson. Inside the final 5 minutes of normal time now. Plus whatever stoppage time will be added on at the end of this one. FC Dallas hanging on for a place in the final. San Diego Surf looking to take this match to extra time. Take a look here, and Thistle lined it up, but Gunnarsson was well positioned. Fell nicely for Thistle. Quick release. The keeper did well to get across and make the save. Jones picks her head up. He's running at the back line. Gets it off for Shaw. Tries to get it back to Jones. But getting there first is Bella Grust. Wants to play it out quickly. Grust smashes it forward, headed back by Bacam, who's done an excellent job today in that number 6 role for FC Dallas as the holding midfielder. Shaw lets it run. Able to get by Clark. Savage. Still going Savage. Clark is still down on the far side. Petey ran into Shaw, who did a great job to get back, and now the referee will blow the whistle and call the trainers on to check on Clark on the far side. So another chance for these players to get some water. So we're into the final 3 minutes of regulation and what I'm sure will be an extended stoppage time period. Couple injuries, stoppages just like this, and a water break that went up over 3 minutes. So there's still time for the San Diego Surf, who are pressing for the equalizer. But FC Dallas has defended well. It's good to see that Clark is often walking under her own power. As things stand, it was her header in the 45th minute, which would put FC Dallas into the final. Well, Casey has done a good job today too, has been strong in the tackle. Petey has excellent vision. Every time she gets the ball, she seems to pick out the right pass. A look at the goalkeeper's twin sister, Gigi Grust.
I like what you're looking at. Hey, I like what you're looking to do. If you have time to take a touch and turn, now we're running out of 2v1, right?
Sportingly given back by Maeve Jones to the San Diego Surf, who will continue to press for the equalizer into the 79th minute. Clark is back on.
You gotta go, Raquel. We gotta rotate.
That's great defending. It's played behind Chloe Green, who is checking back for the ball. Final minute of the 80. What's left is how much stoppage time will be added on at the end of this one. Is there still time for San Diego to find the equalizer? Legends FC awaiting their final opponent. When Green slipped, and it's opened up the door for Maldonado. Has Shaw and Jones ahead of her. Maldonado cuts inside. Jones is screaming for it. Maldonado slides it through. This is Jones. Can't find the far coast. So FC Dallas will make a substitution as we're now into stoppage time. It's Alana Williams who's coming off. She's going to be replaced by Caitlin Williams. No relation. Caitlin Williams out of Double Oak, Texas, but she was born in Torrance, California. In fact, her dad played soccer with Matt Grubb when they were growing up. She's on to try and close out this game. Just waiting to see how much stoppage time will be added by the fourth official, Nick Balser. Getting words that it's 6 minutes. Almost a minute of that has elapsed. FC Dallas looking to keep the ball down in this end. And that's great work by Jaden Shaw in the corner. One last roll of the dice for Paul Dolinsky. He's coming off is Camille Ham. And is going to be replaced by Eliza Eckhart. So it's a midfielder coming in for a defender. Eckhart, in fact, is going to play in the forward line. In for Shaw, pops it over for Jones. This lands on the top of the net. So close to icing the game for FC Dallas, the substitute Maeve Jones. Final 4 minutes now of stoppage time. Shaw's passing has been brilliant all game, and it was a good idea just trying to knot it past the keeper from Maeve Jones. Got her over the keeper, just didn't get it to drop in time. Schroeder's touch is a bit heavy. The Surf maintained possession. Thistle, she's closed down, but running out of bounds is Williams. throw-in looking for Eckhart. He's able to win it off Clifton. Clifton shielding, wins the free kick. Another throw-in for FC Dallas. 3 of the minimum 6 minutes of stoppage time has elapsed. Clifton's throwing. Somehow this stays in. And Shaw will be whistled for the foul on Dunbar rather. Dunphy gets it forward. Eckhart wins it. Thistle had her hair grabbed by Maldonado. Is going to get a yellow card. The final 2 minutes of stoppage time. Everybody getting forward now. Grust is coming up. Here's a look. You could see the hand with the grab right there from Maldonado, and that's why she goes into the book. This one played in the danger area. The keeper is up in the box, so there's nobody in goal for the San Diego Surf. Sent back in, headed away. And the header won. And the ref is going to bring it back for the free kick. It was a great job by Petey to come flying in to win the free kick. And now Bella Grust is going to get into the box again, as is Dunphy. Take a look here. Clifton whistled for the foul. There is nobody behind the 25-yard line for the San Diego Surf. Dory Savage over the free kick. 4-woman wall being shown 10 yards for FC Dallas. Everybody, including the keeper, getting ready to crash the box. Savage needs to get the service right. Last chance saloon for the San Diego Surf. It's Clifton, headed away by the first defender. Back to Savage. Savage can't get by O'Casey. Savage turns and wins the corner kick. We've played the minimum 6 minutes of stoppage time. Last gasp opportunity for the San Diego Surf on just their second corner kick of the game. It's Petey to take. Petey's corner. Falls in the box. There's a scramble. They're level on the stroke of full time. This is a San Diego Surf side that refuses to go away. In the 7th minute of stoppage time, the San Diego Surf makes absolutely sure that we will have extra time. It is Petey's corner kick. Scramble the box, and it's Dory Savage who gets the final touch. And we will need extra time between FC Dallas and the San Diego Surf. Dory Savage in the 80th +7 takes this semifinal into extra time. They were 2-0 down after 45 minutes, but Nicholas in the 49th and Dory Savage in the 80th +7 means that we will have 2 15-minute overtime periods, or 2 10-minute overtime periods rather, and then if necessary, penalties. Well, both of these teams catching their breath before the extra time, and we're going to do the same here in the booth. We'll be back with you. Extra Time Soccer coming your way on USSoccerDA.com as this U-15 girls semifinal will head into extra time. FC Dallas 2, San Diego Surf 2. We'll be back with you in a few. The 22 seed with virtually the last kick of the game tied it up with the number 2 seed, and now we are in extra time between FC Dallas and the San Diego Surf. This in the 80th +7, Dory Savage with the final touch. And we now need 2 overtime periods, both 10 minutes, and if we're still tied after that, we will go to penalties. It's the goal-scoring hero, Savage, who's over the ball to get extra time underway. U-15 national team player with her 25th goal this season. Opportunities have been few and far between for Dory Savage, but she took hers when she needed to the most. And now we are into extra time between FC Dallas and the San Diego Surf. Winner will move on to face Legends FC in Wednesday's U-15 U.S. Soccer Development Academy final. This ball somehow stayed in, and it's Jaden Shaw who wins the throw-in for FC Dallas. Well, they had to sit back and defend at the end as the San Diego Surf came in wave after wave of attack. Now, what can they do going forward, FC Dallas? This is Bacam. Cassie Clifton getting forward on the far side. Clifton unable to get around Thistle, who gets it clear. Shaw pops it into the box. Headed back across. Maldonado's working. Maldonado off the underside of the crossbar, and the header in from Maeve Jones. FC Dallas steal the momentum right back in this first minute of extra time. Jones's header back across. Maldonado fought off Raquel Dos Santos, smashed her shot off the underside of the crossbar, but it was Jones who reacted quickest, and FC Dallas are back in front. Well, that's what they can do going forward. And now the San Diego Surf have to chase the game once again. Forward for Savage. Headed away. Oh, Casey, little ball back for Cam. Dunbar gets it across for Grust. Dunphy. Forward by Thistle. Schroeder's chasing, headed away by a Cam. And this is the goal scorer, Jones, on the far side. And Jones wins the free kick. Driven forward. A strong challenge from Dunbar. This ball stays bogged down on the far side. Maeve Jones, a minute and a half into the extra time period, has given FC Dallas the lead once again. Forward for Maldonado. Good job by Maldonado to turn back with it. Oh, Casey couldn't find the return ball to her. Now it's Savage. Can she reproduce the magic once again? She certainly has on this dribble so far. Gets it off for Thistle. Pushed into the path of Eckert. Still going Eckert. Her shot is charged down, but it falls for Savage. And Savage didn't get the contact on it that she wanted. They've played 5 minutes of the first 10. Little push in the back, and it'll be a free kick for FC Dallas. Oh, what a game this has been so far. I feel there's still more drama left in it. Dunbar clears. Savage trying to help it out wide. Jackson Clark with the clearance. Here's the throw in for Abba Dunbar. Get it back to Gigi Grust. They're playing with a back three now, the San Diego Surf. He's bringing it forward as Dunphy. Clifton brings it down. And there's space for the goal scorer, Jones. He's running at Dunphy. Grust with the challenge on Shaw. And that ball stayed in for her, and it's off of Shaw last. So it'll be a throw-in for the Surf. A team that refuses to quit. San Diego Surf. Jaden Shaw's passing today has been spectacular. '88th minute. Teams will switch sides after 10 minutes. It'll be just about a minute for the teams to grab some water while they switch sides before the second overtime period. Again, the foul is on the San Diego Surf. And you can see FC Dallas in no hurry to take it. So Shearer will take this free kick. Directing the orchestra in front of her. Jones gets ahead on it, but it skips all the way into Bella Grust. Get to send it back the other way. Surf get to the second ball. Clifton's defense has been impeccable today. Petey wins it back. And now a card's going to come out. So it's a yellow card for Jones. He's had a very busy extra time period so far. The trainer will have to come on. It was Jones with the challenge that will lead to this free kick. Also went into the referee book. What a battle this has been between FC Dallas and the San Diego Surf. Good news is that Sadie Dunphy is okay. She'll go over to the far side and we'll ask for permission to come back on. For the moment, the Surf down to 10 ladies. Grust leaves it off for Dunphy. There's going to be 1 minute of stoppage time in this first extra time period. Thistle. Well, she has no options out wide. The ball is there, though, be played, though. Now Green shows out wide on the near side. Gets past O'Casey, puts the ball into the danger area. And the foul will be on Savage. Dory Savage now 26 goals in 39 games this season. Pump forward. O'Casey overtakes. That will do it for the first period of extra time. FC Dallas back in front. Maeve Jones, 1:30 seconds into it, nodding home at the back post after Maldonado's shot thundered in off the underside of the crossbar, and Jones was there to put in the rebound. And FC Dallas have the lead as we head into the final 10 minutes of extra time. See Sadie Dunphy walking gingerly across the field. Can the San Diego Surf come back in the second overtime period? The Carlsbad native has been so good in the back today, Sadie Dunphy. This is a resilient San Diego Surf side. Came from 2 goals down to tie it with virtually the last kick of the game. But they're trailing again here in extra time. And here's how this FC Dallas side went ahead. As Maeve Jones, it was her header into the box, would set things up for Maldonado. Her shot beat the keeper off the crossbar, but it was Jones who reacted quickest. Good strength from Maldonado there, and an excellent shot as well. She was unlucky not to score, but Jones did. All the momentum at that moment was with the San Diego Surf. Jones able to turn that tide in FC Dallas's favor. What has been a hot day. These players have gone past the full 80 minutes. Now played 90, will have to play a full 100. And if San Diego can come back and tie it again, we will have penalties. Ten minutes to extend this game once more for the San Diego Surf. Been so good all season. Came into the playoffs as the first wild card seed. Made their way all the way into the Final Four of the Surf. I'd still have 10 more minutes to get themselves level and get themselves into the final on Wednesday. FC Dallas, can they keep this lead, even extend it? It's Jones the goal scorer. Shaw. Well, she's the whole package, Jaden Shaw. She can score goals, but she can set them up as well. Is Shaw going to shoot this straight from the kickoff? Or is she just going to boot it into a corner? Certainly not setting up like she's just going to pass it back. Shaw gives it to Grust. And that's how the second period begins. Grust unable to play it through. Clifton, who's been magnificent all game. Jones wins a throw-in for FC Dallas. Podolinsky continuing to urge his side on. Said we've got to compete for every single ball. And they've done that here through Raquel Dos Santos, but they've conceded another throw-in. Throw-in asking Jones to chase. And Jones has done well. Dunphy gets back and gives it to her keeper, who makes the clearance. Dos Santos pushes it on. Knocked forward by Bacam, who's had an excellent game today. That's one back by Maldonado. Tried to leave it off for Shaw, but Dunphy came across. '92nd minute. Clark with the throw-in. Green turns forward for Savage. Jones wins the header. Two number 6s battling for it. Popped over the top. Chloe Green chasing. And Clark doing the defending and doing it well. Thistle spins away. Last touch just let her down, and it's swept clear. Petey. It's her corner kick that led to the equalizer. Clifton has won duel after duel after duel today for FC Dallas. Petey looking for Schroeder. And it's Clifton who wins it again. Williams. Driven into the gap for Maldonado to chase. And Dunbar's there, and she'll get it back to her keeper. This is Jones. Well stepped in by Gigi Grust. Petey gets it out wide. Dos Santos into the feet of Savage. Has two players ahead of her. Bacam not giving her any space. Dos Santos. Over the top looking for Schroeder. And it's cleared to safety. And for Dunphy. There's a gap to run into. Thistle takes it. It's closed down by Shaw. The referee says it's a fair challenge. Maldonado going 1-on-3 the other way. Urged to run. Dunbar comes over and takes it away from her. Now Dunphy can start the attack for the San Diego Surf. Final 5+ minutes of the second overtime period. Petey takes the space, and her path is cut off by Williams. Jones loses and is pushed away. No foul, says the referee. Dunbar steps in over the top, looking for the run of Green. Space for Dos Santos. Clifton comes out to challenge her. Dos Santos able to keep the ball. Doesn't have any support though, has to come back with it. Now it arrives in the shape of Gigi Gruss. She puts it across. And Schroeder will chase it down at the top of the box. Dunbar's asking for it. Instead, it goes inside to Thistle. Thistle able to evade the pressure. Played in by Schroeder. Bought down by Green. Green looking for space. Savage. And it's Clifton who wins it. Jones is tackled by Grust. Shaw gets it out wide. And this will be a San Diego Surf throw-in inside the final 4 minutes of extra time. Dunphy. Dunbar's asking for it. Now Dunbar to bring it forward. Over the head of Savage. Schroeder's in. Schroeder puts it across. Gunnarsson pops it up. Schroeder puts it back into the danger area. Petey wanted to hit it, and instead it was Thistle who took the shot. Right into the arms of Jordan Gunnarsson. She'll just play it forward and ask her players to push up. But they're defending for their lives again, FC Dallas. As here's a look at that last opportunity. Schroeder popped it up. Gunnarsson came out, punched it away. And then it came back to the top of the box right here. And Petey was about to step into it, but beaten to the punch by her own teammate in Thistle. And it was a good hit, but it was straight at the keeper. Final 2.5 minutes. FC Dallas in no hurry to take these throw-ins as the time continues to tick away. And it's thrown right back to the San Diego Surf. Grust. The header comes in from Clifton. A free kick for Raquel Dos Santos and the San Diego Surf. Inside the final 2 minutes of extra time. Everybody getting forward. Bella Grust coming up from her goal once again. The goalkeeper's up at the top of the box. This one drilled in, will go all the way through to Gunnarsson. She spills it, but then falls on the rebound. The goalkeeper's out, but there's no one to get on the end of this loose ball. Well, Shaw's chasing. Dunbar sends it back the other way. Eckhart beats O'Casey to the ball, spins away, gets it back for Thistle. Last minute. Slid out wide, this is Green. Green unable to keep it in, and it will be a goal kick for FC Dallas. Shearer coming over to take this goal kick. Final 30 seconds plus stoppage time. And they're gonna call for a push in the back. More time will tick off this clock. Is Gruss backpedaling after she came all the way up for the last free kick. Theirs will be 1 minute of stoppage time. 1 minute for the Surf to find an equalizer that would take this match to penalties. 1 minute for FC Dallas to hold on. Shaw continuing to pressure. And Shaw wins the free kick. She hasn't gotten on the score sheet, but she has been excellent today, Jaden Shaw. This is now one where you just direct it toward the corner. And there it is, flight in the corner, brought down well by Jones. The goal-scoring hero looking to see this game out. It'll be a throw in for FC Dallas. FC Dallas are through to the girls' U-15 final. They outlast the San Diego Surf 3-2 in extra time, and they will move on to face Legends FC on Wednesday. A tremendous battle that needed extra time. Maeve Jones with her 82nd minute goal, the hero for FC Dallas. A tremendous effort from the San Diego Surf, but FC Dallas went up 2 goals. The Surf able to come back, and even though all the momentum was with them, FC Dallas were able to rally and got the goal they needed in extra time to take them through. So a tremendous match finishes 3-2 in favor of FC Dallas. They're on to Wednesday's final, where they will take on Legends FC. Stay with us here on USSoccerDA.com as we will have post-game coverage field level. But for now, from the booth, I'm Mark Serber saying so long from Swope Soccer Village, where it finishes FC Dallas 3, San Diego Surf 2 in extra time. FC Dallas marches on to the final.
It's all yours. All right, we're here with Maeve Jones. 2nd minute of extra time, you get the goal to send your team through. So first off, talk me through the goal. How did it go?
Well, the ball was played over to my teammate Allie, and she took the player and she was able to get a shot off, but unfortunately it hit the crossbar, and then I knew that I had to get in there and help my team and just finish it out.
So Maeve, that says a lot about you, it says a lot about your team, that grit at the end to get it done, stick your head in there, get the goal. What does it say about this group of girls?
We're all working really hard because we all really want to take it all the way to the end and finish and succeed, and it means a lot to our coaches and to everyone on the team to just win all our games and play as a team instead of individual players.
So now you've got 1 day of rest, and then it's back for the championship game, the first ever U-15 Girls Development Academy Championship game. What would it mean to you and your teammates and the community to be able to come home with the cup?
It would mean the world. Another FC Dallas team brought home the cup last year, and we just want to keep the legacy going and bring it back again. So.
Cool. Thank you, Maeve.
Thank you.
All right. Are you done?
Yes.